Right. Oh, there you are. I was waiting.
Okay,
All right. So I figured out why I was doing that.
we was on the phone.
I
Yeah.
said we slow as a motherfucker, boy. I said, oh, that as soon as I hung up, I said, oh, that's why. I'm like,
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. All right, we too much alike. All right, you ready, bro? Okay, let me get ready. 48. So like the first minute. I mean, first like almost first minute. All
Yeah.
right.
How
Mhm.
y'all doing out there, America, the world? We here with another episode of the Put Together podcast. You hear me? Yeah.
Hey, back with we back with another one. Back with another one. We what, bro? We always what? Wait, I'm fucking
I
up.
don't know. I think we. You ready
I
to say the
can't.
slogan?
It's because of the time, and now I'm like, I know we already. Okay, let me get together. Savage, savage. All right.
I'm gonna be able to cut the time. I'm gonna be able to see the
Okay.
count.
Let's. I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
I know you're right though. We gonna be. It's gonna be a little off.
It's because I'm looking at the time. That's why I was like, damn, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, you're right. But it's still
Yeah,
we
we was good. 2 minutes.
since it's at 2 minutes, we can just think about when it's at 12 minutes, it's time for us to switch the
Yep.
topic.
Move on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can go to the 2 minute
We just
mark.
might wait. So we might as well wait till we get to two.
Yeah, so we'll know when it's at 12, it's time to switch. Then when it get to 22, then when it get to 32, because I was thinking the same thing. I mean, you're right. I wasn't thinking that, but yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry.
How y'all doing out there, America, the world? We here with another episode of the Put to Bed podcast. You hear me?
Hey, yes, we are. Well, yes, sir. Back with another one, bro. We back with another one. Well, we back with
Another one.
two. We back with two topics, and then
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
hot topic for y'all. Yeah, but we back with another one for y'all. I hope y'all doing well this week. Please, like we always say, subscribe, tell your friends, and let's get into it.
Yeah.
Bro, so I'm gonna introduce the first one.
Okay.
It's a touchy subject because coming from the mill, you know what I'm saying, being in the mill, it was like one of them things that you saw on the news all the time. And it was heartbreaking, honestly,
Yeah.
to even see like something like that happen in this day and age, and people trying to get away with it for real. But it is the Sade Robinson's case. She was a young lady from Milwaukee. She was 19. She was going to college. She made a mistake of dating a man, going out on a date with a man who was 34. Let me get that right.
Mhm.
Yes, 34. Um, there is a lot of, opinions and things about it, like, well, she deserved or whatever. But the thing is she was murdered, she was dismembered, she was mutilated, and she was spread around Milwaukee. Like she was not worthy of her life. And this young man, no, fuck that. This animal just thought he can get away with it. So I just wanted to know your opinion, but basically, he basically they went on a date, went to two restaurants on camera, saw everything. Everybody, it was a whole trial about it.
Yeah.
This jury took less than what it was like an hour. It took less than 30 minutes to find him guilty of all charges, which I'm happy that she finally got justice. Yes, you
Yeah.
know. as people, as humans, as women, we need to be more proactive in what we do and for our safety, for sure. But she fucked up, and made a mistake. Well, I ain't gonna say she fucked up. She made a mistake of going with somebody who she didn't really know. Because when you don't know somebody for real, you don't know what they're capable of. But in no way or no form, in my opinion, that means you take my life, especially in that way of dismembering me and not allowing my mother to have the rest in peace that she deserves. Because there are still missing pieces of this young lady out here, and that is heartbreaking. It's for so he set her car on fire. He dismembered. Now I don't know what normal people just have stuff in their home of dismember people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got this in here, blah blah blah. It was planned. It to me, in my opinion, it was a planned act. This man knew what he was gonna do. He just needed a victim, and she was the victim for him. Unfortunately, it was heartbreaking for real to see that on the news. I couldn't even watch it no more. Couldn't even watch the court trial because I seen it on the news the whole way. So it's like replaying it. And secondary trauma is real, so you got to be careful of what you bring into your energy. And I just wanted to make sure I protect that, but also I'm very grateful to see that she got protection and justice, because that dummy went on the city bus after he set her car on fire and all that, and then took it home to the north, to the south. If you live in the mill, you know what kind of ride that is on the city bus. It's not short. So, and it's cameras. So he on the bus, holding, looking everywhere, like really thinking that as a white man, in my opinion, he got away with it, and he was gonna get away with it. He has people in high places, so they say. That's what the news was saying, and that's why I'm grateful that they actually did the work for this, because sometimes they miss the ball big time, and they actually put the work in and got what they needed for him to get hopefully life in prison. I would say something else, but hopefully life in prison, because we don't have what I want to say. But I wanted to hear what your opinion was, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy for one.
Yeah.
That's crazy that the crime, the way that you mutilated somebody's body like that, like
Hmm.
a black woman. That's any
Beautiful.
woman situation.
Hmm.
That's crazy. Like crazy. It's intolerable and it's inhumane. Like you said, that's some animalistic
Yes.
type behavior,
Hmm.
animalistic behavior that we dealing with. And like you said, anybody just regular people don't have that type of stuff laying around the house where you just. Well, if you do, you ain't thinking about doing that with it.
Right.
So I feel like it was kind of planned. It was a planned situation, and he probably got more victims and situations that he did probably prior to that. Like
Hmm.
just looking at the nature of how he did it, he probably got a little sloppy this time because he you mean got away with doing such
Right.
thing so many other times type situation. But it's a sick act coming from a sick individual, and that's crazy. That's something that, like you said, no mother should have to go through, no father should have to go through, no siblings, like nobody
Yeah.
should hear that type of news about they loved ones. That's wild. That to do something like that. I mean, in any community, for real. So let alone
Mhm.
my own community is sickening. But I mean, I was seeing it. I'm familiar with it because I had heard about it around the time when it first happened.
Yeah.
When you brought it up to me, I didn't remember. When you told me her name, I didn't remember it at first. But then I had when I went to go look and see what it was and see who she was. That's when I remember. Like, oh yeah, I remember when this happened. I remember when this happened in Milwaukee. I remember when that happened in the situation. And then just to see that, I'm grateful to see the turnaround of the situation. Like you said, the justice is on its way to be done type situation. But at the same time, like I was seeing a lot of stuff on social media that was troubling, and that people having their own opinions and people throwing their own narratives around and doing that spin on it how they always do in this day and age where everybody got an opinion, everybody got a mouth, and they feel free to use it because they hidden behind the screen and they protect it, so they feel worthy of
Hmm.
typing anything that they feel on social media. And I seen a lot of that with this, just like you see with everything else. And
Yeah.
it was an opinion on there that kind of did resonate a little bit. Not gonna lie, there was like it was something that was saying that, mind you, like it's a terrible situation and rest in
Yeah.
the soul of this woman type situation. I mean, in my opinion, but it was something on there that said the likes of, it was black men on there, and I'm listening to the black men on there because I always want to hear the opinions, of course, of my black queens and my black
Hmm.
men. So I'm looking at them type of videos. Them videos start popping up. I seen a couple comments and start going to see what people was saying in the community. And I seen the brothers bashing this lady, like, for real, saying like, that's what you get basically for dealing with at 19, like, you dealing with this goofy looking 30 something looking white dude. Basically the narrative in which they was spinning
Yeah.
was like, basically, you're dealing with this goofy looking white dude, and you probably looking to get him up out some bread, get him the trick, you know,
Hmm.
all that type of, you feel me, take advantage of him, that type of nature. Or she probably was in that type of world, like, where, if she dealing with 19, dealing with a white dude look like that, then she probably was trying to get some bread up out him. She probably was in that type of mind space as far as dealing with men. And so they were saying like, that's what happens type. That's a possibility of what could happen to you type shit.
Hmm.
And like I said, I don't agree with the narrative,
Right.
but I do understand where some of them was coming from in the mindset of it, because we have been programmed to deal with people outside of our race. We have been programmed in a certain sense to for the women to chase money and chase a man with this and that, and chase it, and that's the road that it can get you sometimes when you a stripper, or when you in that lifestyle, or when you Indian. And not to say she was in that, any of that,
Yeah.
because no evidence has whatsoever been brought out to say that she has. But it is a fate that can happen in the society that we living in, and just being
Yeah.
mindful of that is what I would say.
I mean, as a once 19-year-old woman, I can see how you would get in that mind frame. I'm in college. I'm single. I meet somebody on I don't know how I met, but most times most people meet on these little apps and crap like that.
Yeah,
And that's what you really should be careful with. But that's another story. But like, and you gonna take me on some dates? That back in the day, I've done that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no 34 and I'm 19, but it was older than me. It was like
yeah,
25 or something like that. But like, you gonna take me to the next? Yeah, I go. So I understand her mind frame because you're young, you don't think you're carefree, you don't think something's going to happen to you like that. Who does? So it saddens me more than anything because it's black men saying it. Because we already don't feel protected in our community. So for me to see like those kind of comments, it's like, dang, it's more y'all. It's more and more. Like and then there, what's the response when, I don't know if you remember this case, bro? Like, yeah, I might have to look it up, but this white girl, she killed her boyfriend.
yeah.
Um, they got into a fight. She stabbed him, whatever. She got away with it. She got off. But like, it was a lot of opinions about that. Like, it wouldn't be the same if it was if it was a black man. If a black woman always has that last, like, oh, you deserve type of thing.
Yeah,
That's the
fact.
sad thing. That's the only thing that really bothered me. Yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah, right. It's like, go ahead, bro. Sorry.
And that is what bothered me as well. That truly bothered me, because when it's a black woman, it's always her fault, or it's just it's that's
Yeah,
we gotta really stand up for our community. We gotta stand behind each other, and we gotta support. We can't have that type of shit like in our country.
right.
We
Yeah, I
do.
mean,
That's the
we
sad part
do.
of it.
We should stand up more and say, like, so if we band together more, then it wouldn't be, because it's some trolls online, of course, but that
Yeah,
makes it easier when y'all said the same thing they saying. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
facts. We ain't got. Where's the unity? Without unity,
right,
we ain't got nothing.
unity. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
So I mean,
that's a good way to end it, and segue
yeah,
into
let's moving
the
on. Let's move that on.
segment.
Yeah. We so yeah, so all we're gonna end with is he got charged with everything. So let's moving on, bro. What's the next? What we talking about next? We talking about
All right,
next?
so the next topic is Soylent Green.
Oh,
Soylent Green is a movie. To first of all, a lot of people on social media tell you anything and tell you all these other stuff like that. Clickbait type stuff. Well, Stolen Green was a movie that was produced, back in the '80s, something like that, back in the early '90s, '80s. It was basically, to sum it up, it was a movie about them killing people or not killing people, but they're just feeding because of overpopulation, people that was dying because of overpopulation and not room for people, like not room for to put these bodies and stuff like that. When people that was dying, they were
Hmm.
feeding them. They were feeding them to us. Like people would die, they would take these bodies, they would make it into meat, and they would feed it to people. And it's a episode of The Simpsons out there. I didn't go take the opportunity to go look it up, but that's definitely I remember seeing it vividly from my
Me
childhood.
too.
There's episodes of The Simpsons out there where they was the same thing. It was one of the Halloween episodes where they was killing people, and then or people was dying, they so happened to die, and then they end up
Hmm.
eating one of the kids, and then they end up finding out that they like the taste of it, whatever, and they kept then that's when they start killing people and really
Yeah.
turning people into meat. And so, but I've been seeing it on social media, like they said, Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, told us that basically, yeah, we that America is feeding us Soylent Green, they feeding us humans and our meat. And there's evidence out there that actually proves this as well. And to speak on just the as far as the recent commercialism I've seen from it, and the Popeyes commercial. I mean, well, no, was it the KFC? I can't remember if it was a
See,
KFC or a Popeyes commercial. But it was I think it was KFC. It was KFC. They had a commercial where it was some man in the woods. People surrounding them. One person in particular came up to them. They're interacting. No words. They're just, but they're interacting. He basically says he wants to join them and whatever they had going on. They take him down to a river. At the river is like gravy. It's like a river of gravy type of river. Grease,
I'm not
whatever
trying to
you
laugh.
may interpret from it. He picked this man up. Now imagine when in the woods, they come around, surround him like
Yeah,
a pack
yeah.
of monkeys or something, like a pack of animals would. They surround him. They take him to this river of oil or grease or gravy. He holds the man up, dips him in there, and then pulls him out. And now he is a chicken strip, and they
Wait,
all
it's a
celebrate.
commercial?
Yeah, this is a KFC commercial. This is a real commercial. I've seen it myself. And then they pull him out. Now he's a chicken tender. They all celebrate. The commercial over. So it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what kind of symbolism is that?
Right.
And then the first thing my mind goes to when I see these things are karmatic laws, because the
Mm,
karmatic laws, no matter if it comes from a good entity, if it comes from a good vibrational spirit or a low vibrational spirit, or good energy or bad energy source, no matter what it is, the karmatic laws, the universal laws applies to everything in which the creator made them. So if that says that if I'm doing something, I don't if I'm doing something, whether I'm doing something good or bad to you, as long as I tell
mhm.
you what I'm doing and I'm honest with what I'm doing, and I communicate with you to what I'm doing in some kind of form, whether you choose to believe it or not, that doesn't matter. I'm not suffering the karmatic laws from it, because if I tell
Okay.
you what I did to you, and I'm telling you what I'm doing, whether it be subliminally, whether it be through commercials, whether it be through movies, whether it be through music, whether it be through any source of entertainment, and you perceive it to be just entertainment, whether you don't
Yeah.
recognize it's the truth or not, I'm good. I don't have. At least I told you what I was doing to you. So the
Mm,
karmatic laws of it is, you if you choose to indulge in it, if you choose to believe in it, like, it doesn't suffer the same consequence in the form of in the form of retribution, in the form of getting back your karma. So a lot of these movies and stuff like that be symbolic and showing us, like TV show commercials, all of that type of stuff,
mhm.
cartoons. They show us and tell us the truth, and they don't have to give the negative benefits of doing it, or saying that they like lied or told whatever
Right.
from it. So when I see stuff like that, it's like, damn, that's kind of crazy. And then I mean, I don't eat meat anyway. I eat fish,
That
vegetables, and
part.
fruit anyway, so I don't indulge, because I already knew something was up and something wrong. And then
Yeah.
just be thinking about it in a lot of aspects. Like, when was the last time you seen a graveyard or a funeral, like, being being created and being built? How many graveyards have you seen in your lifetime? How many graveyards and have you seen being built, to when how many people have you seen die and perish Like, where is they putting all these bodies? Where are all these bodies going? Type situations.
Uh,
It makes you wonder: are we eating human meat? Because Soylent Green is really human meat.
okay. Um. First off, I don't eat meat, so I ain't tripping. But back in the day, that's just making me have the gooeyes. I mean, I don't know if that's a word, but like, because I ate it before, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's been 10 years plus since I ate meat. But like, just thinking about it, just making me nasty because I you said fake like humans
So
like
they feeding.
like a zombie. So basically, everybody's zombies.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, we eating it. We eating it. We, I mean, we're not zombies, but we cannibals. I mean, we eating it. If
No,
they've been feeding
I
us other
eat
human,
nothing. I eat
if they've been
vegetables,
feeding us other human meat, then that technically makes us cannibals, and
basically.
we eat
So,
dead people.
okay. So basically, what you saying with the Kermit law is, we tell you, we put it out there. If you eat it, it's on you.
Type shit. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So I get that. You know what I'm saying? I just when you mentioned it earlier to me, just saying it, like I looked at my notes and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I kind of looked on some videos, went around down a rabbit hole. Them damn things is deep sometimes. And then, but I was looking at all these videos. Nobody told me what it was, bro. And then you just said, if I'm correct, can you just say it out loud, like what it is? So
It's human meat. So when you go into your local grocery stores, when you go into Popeyes and you go into KFC and you go into McDonald's and you go into Chick-fil-A and you go into all of these places that you go to on a daily and you indulging in these snacks and you indulging in these meals and you indulging in these meats, you could possibly be eating humans, other
solely,
people,
okay.
dead bodies,
You could possibly be eating
your neighborhood
solely.
Negro.
So you could possibly be eating solulent green, which
Stolen
is
grain.
considered human meat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't eat meat, but I know a lot of people who do. Just do your research. You said you named a lot of places that people that I know like. So I'm a
Right.
little. I ain't saying nothing until they watch this and they ask me questions because you said KFC, Chick-fil-A, and damn Pete Popeyes.
All of these,
That's
yeah. I
all
mean,
the
think
spots
about it.
for
When
the.
was the last time? How many? If you got to think about it, McDonald's alone, they served over a billion
Oh,
people.
I ain't even.
Think about how many. Think about from a consumerism perspective, and think
Yeah,
about just agricultural perspectives and things that you've seen with your own eyes. I mean,
yeah.
as far as like we got a lot of farmland out there, but it's I ain't seen that many damn cows. I ain't seen that many damn chickens. I ain't seen it.
I'm
Like, I mean, I know we live
saying.
in the city, but even when I'm traveling with all that type of stuff, you see farms, but you don't see them like a diamond. You see them. You don't see them just
Yeah.
lined up back to back to back to back to back. Where you thinking like, where is they getting all of this meat? It's just
So this
questions. It's
is.
questions.
Yeah, it's speaking on that because that's a question for real. It's speaking on that because now you got my wheels turning. I'm just gonna go away say one thing. We used to travel a lot to Indiana, and Indiana the scenery used to be bomb like 6 years,
Yeah,
7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You saw cows, you saw corn stalks all the way up, all the way down, like a whole shit county. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So now though, when you riding, because I just took that ride like real recent, like last month, at the end of last month,
yeah.
you didn't see none of that no more. All you seen was these damn we always seen these damn what's some things called, the big ass wheel Ferris, it's like a
Oh
Ferris
yeah,
wheel, but it's
yeah.
like a the big,
I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
all you
Yeah, them
see is those like
turbines, them turbines.
solar, yeah, them solar
Yeah.
things. Otherwise you don't see no coins, no corn stocks no more. I seen one cow, but and maybe two horses, but
That's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
it.
You don't see a lot of that stuff. So where are they getting this meat from?
I mean, just thinking about like some stories of people saying like they didn't bury my family, you know what I'm saying, but where the body at type stuff. That's something we got to go into another time because now it's gonna be a
Exactly.
whole another.
It
Yeah, that's
can
gonna
get deep when you think
it can
about it.
get
You can
deep.
go down there, but just question everything and really
Yeah,
evaluate everything and for your own at your own at your own discretion and in your own conscious mind. When because everything that you hear, everything that they told you, everything ain't the truth.
right.
Everything should be questioned. Everything should be
Yeah.
questioned and everything should be analyzed and evaluate your surroundings, evaluate your life. This is ultimately your life.
Right.
I mean,
It's your
so
life, your health, and you got to do your research on that for real. Like if you feel like a lot of us eat and eat at home more for real, because you know there's a lot of chunky ass kids out here.
yeah,
So eat
yeah.
at home more because I know we be tired, but
That's the
like
key to it. That's the key to
yeah,
survival and healthiness. Anyway, is
right,
eating at home. You're gonna be able to
yeah,
have. You're gonna be able to know what you're putting into your body and culminate that energy for yourself in a good way.
exactly,
And you're gonna save some
yeah.
money.
It saves some money and just do your research on that for real
Do
because
your research on that though, for real.
you only got
But
one
moving
body.
on to our last,
Yeah,
to our last,
right.
our
You only have one.
last,
Yeah.
to our
So moving
last
on.
edition that we were gonna hit y'all with a hot topic. So the hot topic of this week episode
Mm,
is Lil Wayne's album. Now Lil Wayne dropped the album. I ain't gonna lie
yep.
to you, I'm probably the biggest Lil Wayne fan in the world.
No.
I was, I
Set.
mean, I know it's, I done seen him in concert. I know every album from Before the Carters to Lights Out to The Block Is Hot to 500 Degrees to all the mixtapes, the Squad Up mixtapes, stuff that y'all probably never even heard
Well,
of.
if you number one, I'm number two. Period.
Yeah, you said what?
So if you number one, I'm number two. Period. So keep it going.
Yeah, number one, number two. I'm definitely in the top five of Lil Wayne fans.
Yeah.
That's where I got my that's where my biggest inspiration for music came from, Lil
Mhm.
Wayne, to
Mhm.
influence on me on my bars and punchlines and metaphors and simile. But he been getting a lot of slack for this last album. They said that the Carter the album was Garbino. Now I ain't gonna lie, when I listened to it up on first listen, I listened to it. You know that's Wayne. Like I said,
Yeah.
it came out at 12 o'clock at night. I had to be at work the next day. I had just worked a long shit that day and did some other stuff and training and all type of stuff and working out. So, but I'm like, okay, Wayne coming out at 12 o'clock tonight. Like
Listen.
at 12, like
Yeah.
Friday, it's Thursday night.
Right.
Friday he comes out at 12 at night. As soon as Friday hit, I'm
Yeah.
staying up. I gotta hit stand up and I'm listening to this album. So I stay up. I listen to the album all the way through.
Mhm.
My first reaction was, this shit trash. This is not Wayne. This Garbino. Like, this gotta be
What?
AI or something. This ain't Wayne. This shit trash. But I'm talking about garbage juice.
First listen,
Booty
you thought
cheeks.
was trash.
Booty cheeks. I'm
Hell
like,
no, not the. Not listen, bro. Not the.
what?
The
I'm talking about.
cheeks.
I'm talking about
Man.
garbage juice. I thought it was
So
Garbino. I'm talking
okay.
about toilet
All
water. I
right.
said, flush this down it. If I'd have had it in CD form out at that same night, I probably would have put it in my turtle tank and let her poop on it. It was over with.
Clutch my pearls. No. Oh my
That
God,
was
clutch
my
them.
immediate response. I said, "This is not it." I was highly disappointed and distraught and
This.
upset with Wayne, bro. You didn't kept me up. I got to be at work tomorrow. Like you out here playing, you out here playing and shit. I got to be at work tomorrow. I'm standing up to listen to your album. Like you show me this. Like you goofing
Listen.
off, bro. Like you tweaking.
Okay, because now you
But
got my mind like my
but
mind a little blown right now for real because you said garbage booty cheeks. We talking about smacking
ass.
ass cheeks. Okay, so when you say that, all right, we number one, number two fans. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of us out there. I
Yeah,
listened to the first half is I liked the first half. I liked some of the features. I liked.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
he took it back. He took it back with Manny Fresh a little bit, and then honestly, some of the features to me felt like I'm paying homage to, like the LL Cool J vibe type of
yeah,
thing. Some of them in the first half was like that. Now there was some songs. Now, damn it, there was some songs that I had to say, Alexa, next song, and I was pissed. So I understand where you're coming from, bro. Because I was like, what the fuck? I never had to do this before. It was new territory for
yeah,
me. It was new territory. Because I was like, what? Next song. And then it started getting country a little bit. I get it. You know what I'm saying? We're doing different vibes. I'm not mad at you because everybody got to switch it up sometime and make a different,
yeah.
approach, but sometimes you gotta stay in your
Yeah,
lane
sometimes
and
when you
just
got
give
it,
us
you
what we
got that
want,
lane, you got
bro.
that lane, and you got it.
You know what I'm saying? We've been waiting for this shit. We've been waiting.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't you
you out
stay
here
in
playing.
your damn lane with that. Cause it was some songs where I had to say go to the next and I wasn't happy about that. So I get
Yeah, I
that.
mean, it was some songs. If I listen to it right now, it's gonna be some songs that I'm like, okay, oh yeah.
It is.
And that's
It,
never been a thing for me with Wayne. Like you said, that's new territory. I ain't never been Wayne.
yeah.
I'm listening to the whole thing all the way through.
Yeah. I,
But
I
but I had to listen to it again and again and again. I listened to it about,
right.
I would say, 3 4 times at this point. all the way through.
Yeah.
And I see it now. I get it. I see where
I
he was
get it.
going with it from my perspective of knowing Wayne. And like I said, I'm a Wayne
Yeah.
fan. And if you listen to if you look at the titles of the songs, I'm gonna do a video
And the
breakdown on
bars.
TikTok too. If you listen to the title of the songs and like you said, the paying homage and even the features that he chose, like
Mm-hmm.
the song "Listen What You Play" out the gate, he came out swinging, letting you know, look, I'm still that. I
Yeah.
can still
He
do that.
did.
And then even at the end, the outro was crazy. The outro and the intro and certain songs on there was like, okay,
Fire.
this Wayne, like that flex up.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's certain songs on there where you like, okay,
Fire.
yeah, this Wayne going crazy on this
Yeah.
Wayne. But he did have them songs on there where it was like, what the fuck is this? But
Yeah.
I feel like what he did on there, he also has a song on there called Being Myself. So the more I listen to the
Yeah.
album, the more I started conceptualizing and seeing like, okay, damn, I thought he would just put some songs together and just threw them out there. But then I started looking at the track list and the names of the songs. And I'm like, no, this is a message. He's sending us a message
Yeah.
as
Yes.
fans and as everybody else. Because there's a lot of stuff going on with the Kendrick. This is just my analyzation of it. A lot of stuff going on with the
Yeah.
Kendrick stuff and all of that, with the Drake stuff and all of that, and the comparisons. And he might not be seeing it because might not be on social media like that, knowing him. But I know you're probably hearing it from certain people. I know you're seeing it. You're hearing it and feeling it to a certain degree at this point after that Super Bowl incident. So
Right.
I felt like he dropped this album to let people know, like, I'm just being myself. I don't care about none of that. I know I'm the GOAT. That's why he said it in the beginning. Like the beginning was like an intro was like, okay, Wayne ain't going nowhere. Wayne the GOAT
Yeah.
type shit. He's sending in and he came out swinging, letting you know, okay, I still got it. First few songs, he got big as the plugs on there, letting you know I can keep up because that Bells the was not only a homage to LL Cool J, but
Yeah.
a homage to a homage to hip hop in general, and just that
It
era of
was.
it, and the era that he was raised on, and growing up listening to music type of situation, and just and then right after that, he had a song with Big X the Plug. So that's a
Mm.
commemoration to the hip hop of what's going on today. I can get on this vibe,
Yeah.
and he ain't go as crazy on there as I would have wanted him to go.
Yeah. That's what it
But I
was.
felt why he didn't because knowing Wayne, like as a Wayne fan, like I had to really listen to it and analyze it. As a Wayne
Yeah.
fan, he don't dare go that crazy when he had one of his artists on there, one of the artists from
Mm-hmm.
his camp. And anybody that know Wayne, I listen to a lot of Wayne on his mixtapes and on his songs, even on his albums and stuff like that. He ain't gonna go as hard as he normally would if he was by himself or if he was on the feature with somebody else. When Wayne feature with somebody, he's trying to kill. He's
Yeah.
trying to kill the song. But when he feature
Right.
with Young Money artists or his own artists, he don't always go crazy. He leave
Yeah.
room for them to shine on the song. And
Exactly.
that's what he did, and that's what I felt like he did on that song. He did his thing, but he left room for his artist to shine on there, and his
The
artist did
shine.
shine, but he got off on there and went crazy. And I was like,
His
he was
bars
harder than
is
Wayne. He was harder
nuts.
than Wayne on here, so I
Yeah.
appreciated that. I
Yeah.
appreciated that. So I feel like he did it a lot of the songs intentionally. Even he had a song on there like with the love song to his
Sharks.
guitar. Yeah, Sharks, where it's a message on there, and then he let Big
Yep.
Sean shine on there and do his thing.
Yep.
Then he got a he
Cotton
got
Candy
a song
was a good one for me
he got
too.
a song on there like it's a guitar song. It's about a love song to his guitar.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's the song for everybody, but
Right.
it's part of it's part of who Wayne is. He said he talk about the
Exactly.
love and the like. Basically, I fell in love with this guitar. I fell in love with this woman, and she but I never got to like conquer her type shit. She just basically
Right.
play with my heart and like saying that like his level of where he probably feel like he reached with the guitar and with the rock music and all that type of stuff. It was a passion for him and a love for him that he feel like never really loved him back.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's
so
good with the metaphor, like metaphorically making a story out of a object, but making it more
exactly,
of
yeah.
a
And I don't feel
more.
like
You know
people
what I'm
seeing
saying?
it like that because they think, oh,
Yeah.
Wayne don't have no subject matter. But if you listen to Wayne, you know Wayne definitely has subject matter.
He
He just
does. He
gonna
definitely
do it
does.
in strategic ways where he put in place his songs and how he deliver his songs and how he put in the order of it. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, on songs, Wayne is gonna give you majority of what Wayne is gonna be telling you is bars. Wayne gonna be giving you them bars.
Bars. Yeah. He gives
He ain't
stories
gonna
of
probably
bars.
articulate it in a story like Kendrick or like any he's Wayne.
Nah.
He ain't gonna articulate it the other ways that other artists do. But even in his love songs, I done heard political songs from Wayne. I done heard
Yeah.
songs about breakups from Wayne, and he gonna give you them bars regardless. But
Right.
you got to be able to dig and know and know what the strategic way that he pushed it together. So after I
Yeah.
listened to it like that, I appreciated it
Mm.
a lot more.
Yeah, I
The whole
agree.
album.
The first listen, of course, that first half I loved. I don't care. I was
Yeah,
like, oh shit.
the first half
I
was
was
good.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that first
And
half was
then
good.
then it got to Alexa next song, and I was like, what the hell? And I had to do that like 3 times. So I'm like, what's going on? So I had to scratch, like listen, pause. But then on the second listen, I was like, all right, I get it. You know, everybody gotta do their own thing, you know what I'm saying? And this is Wayne. Wayne
Exactly.
always has like different sounds on his albums.
He
Now
has. Wayne always
I
had
do
different
think
sounds.
that like some of the beats could have
Was
went
Boo
with
Boo.
other yeah.
Beat was
I was trying to be like real critique. Like I said, then you just, I so
nah.
yeah, that's what it is. Like some of the
It
beats
was
wasn't
Boo
matching.
Boo.
Some of the beats weren't matching the flow to me. That's what it was.
Yeah,
And
because I seen that on TikTok too. Not to cut you off, but I know
oh,
we
I
kind of
didn't
run
see
into
that.
it. But I seen something on TikTok too. I seen that today. I seen a couple people on there where they take the same song, but they change the beat.
Yeah,
That same Peanuts to an Elephant, that song,
yeah,
that's the weakest beat on there. That doom 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 doom. Then you got the
yeah.
elephants running in the back. It's terrible. It's trash. And the
So
person who made the beat is Lin Manuel, I think, something like that. But he an actor and he done did Broadway. He
right,
done did. He's actually
yeah.
the reason the creator of dang, what's that one of them Broadway plays. I can't think of the name of it right now. They ain't supposed to come to my head. But he did one of them most recent ones. There was a culture thing, and there was real big. He was responsible for that. He's also an actor and stuff. I done seen him in movies and stuff, but he made that
Mm.
beat. Shame
So
on you, bro.
listen, I ain't watched nothing, bro. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't watched nobody reviews or nothing. I just went and listened. So I'm going like off of my own thought pattern. So I'm proud of myself because I feel like I'm a music connoisseur. So I got it. But I also was like, what the hell some of these beats doing, bro? Like
Yeah,
because the beat draws you in. Of course I'm
yeah,
a fan, so I'm listening for the bars. But if you got somebody
yeah. Come on
doing
now, come on now.
this, well I'm
I,
supposed to be
and,
like, well, I'm
and I
supposed to be
always
doing
listen for the
this,
bars. Yeah,
right? And you
I
doing
always
this,
listen for the bars.
you know,
Come on now, bro.
it wasn't matching my
2025, man.
vibe.
You still gotta bop me down. You still got no pause.
Yeah,
You still gotta, you feel me? I still gotta feel it. I still gotta. Come on now. You
you
gotta.
got to
I
give me
know
what
you
I
the
want.
goat. I know you the goat, bro. But you still gotta be
Here's
mindful of what
and
era you
here's
in, and you gotta be mindful of the listeners and mindful of the audience that's out here now, like and the era that you in, like. You gotta
yeah,
have the beats. Them beats gotta be you Wayne, bro. You could get anybody on the beat. Like you them beats
and
gotta be hidden. We know you spitting, but them beats gotta be hidden. We
the
don't want to just
beat
hear you rap on anything no more.
and
We know you can do
you
that. We know
have
you can rap on anything.
access. You have access to DJ Khaled, bruh.
Yeah, you got access to everybody. Like you got access to DJ
Everybody.
Khaled, bro.
Mustard
Come on,
on the
man.
beat. Nigga,
Come
you
on.
got, I mean, no, well, not mustard, my bad. That was
Yeah,
petty.
like
That was petty as a bitch. But yeah. But yeah, you know, just being a real ass Wayne fan.
yeah.
Um, I I feel like I waited patiently and I got a little bit of what I wanted, but I wanted more. That's it.
Facts,
I'm done with it.
facts. That's how I felt. I felt like I
Yeah.
wanted more. I would have wanted. I wanted a little more out of Wayne at this time and age. And like I said, I get it. I get where you're coming from, and I see it. Like after listening, like I said, the first time was boo boo to me. After listening to it again, it's like okay, I get it. I see where you're going. But I just wanted a little more from Wayne, and just
Yeah.
at the age, like bro, you 42 years old. I've been listening to you since you was. He came out. He was 12. Like Wayne was like
I
12, 13
mean,
when he came
I
out
grew up with
and he was
Wayne.
dropping music, and I've been listening to it since then. I done heard Wayne from since then. Like
Yeah.
okay, I get it, bro. You could talk about. I mean, I know that that's just Wayne. Wayne gonna talk about lean. He gonna talk about getting. He gonna talk about drugs. He gonna talk about pussy. He gonna talk about getting money. He gonna talk about
Yeah,
gang
man.
banging shit. He gonna mention some random bars about this and that. He gonna do his thing, and he gonna give you subject matter on some songs when he choose to and when he
Yeah.
feel like it, and he gonna give you some stuff for different vibes. But at the same time, you 42, bro. Like, let's hear
I
some. Let's hear some
mean,
evolution. Let's hear. I want to hear. Let me. I want to hear Wayne like with the subject matter and the bars that I know you got and the capabilities that I know you got. Let me hear you talk about life right now, like having kids and growing up and raising your kids and
he
turning your
did
kids
mention
into
his
stars and all that kind
sons.
of stuff. Like,
He
if
mentioned his sons
you mention his kids and you have them on there, but I want
and
to
his
hear it.
daughter.
I want to hear it. But
Okay,
in a
but you
sense,
gotta,
that's Wayne though. That's Wayne. That's Wayne's way
yeah,
of doing that for you. Like he had his kids on there. He mentioned Reginae. She wasn't on there, but on the last Carter, he had his daughter. On this Carter,
yeah,
he had his two other sons. So that's Wayne. We just got to understand who he is. If you're a real fan, then you can appreciate
yeah,
it.
yeah, absolutely. And I also think like a real fan. And then you said he 42 twice. I grew up with Wayne, so me and him around the same age. So
Yeah,
like And sometimes when you get to that age, you also do get some different insights. So that might be his, method, growth method or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, and
You
that
do,
aspect too.
you
That
go through
aspect
some,
too. We looking at it like
yeah,
it's not the same Wayne. We expect the Wayne to go harder, but that could be his growth.
right. I
It's not that
mean,
he washed up. It's not that he lost it. It's just the fact that I feel like, and he said this on the album a
different
couple times.
insight.
Like even on the intro, he did his thing, but on the outro, like the last
Yeah,
song, he had Muhammad Ali on there. He was like, I didn't did this. I didn't wrestle with a lion. I didn't did this. I didn't fought Sunday. He was talking about the Sunny Liston fight, and he was like, I didn't did all of these things. Like what it was, so I got to
yeah,
prove to y'all to let y'all know that any fight I
I
step
did.
in next is gonna be I'm a whoop some ass. I'm gonna handle my business. Anytime,
Yeah,
what more do I got to do to show y'all who I am? I'm that one, and that was Muhammad Ali speaking. And
yeah,
in that song, that was like the hardest lyrically, and just how he put it together, that was the hardest song on the album to me. And he was just showing you like, man, I could do this at any moment. But at the
yeah,
same time, I don't have nothing to prove.
right.
Like
He
I don't have
don't.
nothing to prove. I don't have to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Whenever I can put out a project and do what I want to do, go on tour and do this and do that with it. Sell out Madison Square Garden, which he just
Yeah,
did. Sell out
he
Madison
did.
Square Garden with an album that ain't even my best work. I can
Mm.
put out songs where I'm just experimenting and still doing. I'm still doing Wayne, and I'm the GOAT. And I ain't gotta go how crazy on every song. I'm gonna give you them songs where
And I'm
I'm let you
still
where I go
selling out
crazy, let you know I
shows.
still got it, and keep it
Yeah,
pushing. And I'm gonna have
yeah.
fun. Like that's what basically I got from that whole album.
Absolutely, and he's still selling our shows. He coming to the mill,
Yeah.
uh, soon. So I'm hoping to get a ticket
Yeah,
real
he just
good
did
for that, so
Madison
I can see
Square
him in
Garden
person.
and sold it out for this
I
and for
know,
that.
like, and it's still, and like you said, he's 42. He's been doing this since he was like 12 years old. So like to be able to do that still, man,
30
that's
years
why
in
he
the
the
game.
goat.
30
That's
years in
why
the
he the
game.
goat.
You still going top 10. You still going
Yeah,
top 10 on the Billboard, whether people like the album or whatever. It's like
or not.
the numbers and the statistics. He just did that Madison Square Garden for this album. But what I mean,
Mm.
and it's in the top 10 Billboards and all that type of stuff right now.
Oh, it's a wrap. I mean,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
so
like that anyway because of who he is.
that's Wayne. You mean so
You
yeah, so
know what I'm saying?
I guess that's what I took away from the album. I
Yeah,
mean,
me
that
too.
would put it to bed for me.
It's put a nap for me because I still got a couple songs
Yeah, you
left
still
to
gotta
listen
listen to.
to.
You still gotta listen to
So
it more.
yeah, I still got to listen to it more because I listened to the first half while I was cooking dinner and stuff. I was real distracted today with some things in my home, so I'm gonna listen to the rest tomorrow, and then I have a little bit more feedback next time. But for sure, I mean, just the first half I was good, and then I was like, okay, yeah, and then I was like, all right. So we gonna see how which one which emotion I get.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's put the nap for me right now, bro. I'm gonna bring it up again though. I'm gonna let you know that now.
Facts. Well, that concludes our episode for the evening. Sis, you
Yes,
got anything you want
sir.
to throw in? You want to add to it?
No, nothing I want to add really. I just want to say he is the GOAT. And to just keep Sade Robinson's family in your prayers because even though
Yeah.
they got peace, it's still a lot of hurt missing, and that's still that's still a lot to bear. So yeah, that's the only thing I gotta say. And if you fall, get back up, keep it pushing and keep it moving. And if you got, and the only thing I want to add to that is sometimes we got crying days. If you want to cry, let it out. If you ain't no
Yeah.
crying person like myself, watch a movie so you can get it out.
For real.
Yeah,
It
it's
helps. It
good to get
does
a good
help
cry.
cleanse the soul, and it does help cleanse. Like it does help relieve that extra access energy that's in you. It does.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, bro, that's all I got.
All right, y'all already know how I feel, man. Look, rest your eyes, but don't rest your mind. Don't rest your soul. Don't rest your spirit. Don't rest your ambition. Yeah, keep it pushing, and y'all know it's
Yes, sir.
love.
Yes, sir. All
Yeah.
love. And we see you next time on Put to Bed Podcast. Share,
Like,
subscribe, keep it moving. Love ya.
yeah.
All
Love.
right, love, bro.